We returned to Kigali so that we could then leave and we had to go to Johannesburg for a stopover. We had a night in Johannesburg and then went on to Zambia. The flight left at midnight, and so we had to say goodbye to Rwanda, but not before we witnessed a whole lot of other things, including the drive from the Virunga Mountains back to Kigali, where we were able to see all the taxis, the motorcycle taxis and bicycle taxis, which are just incredible to see.
How much do people pay for a ride? It depends on the distance. So, you know what they like account service? It's like a 50 cents with 10 kilometers. All taxis. 50 cents for 10 kilometers? 50 cents for 10 kilometers.
Proposal of a young man to his girlfriend, which was really very sweet, where he had put rose petals in the shape of a heart and proposed to her, and everyone was cheering. And then took our flight to Johannesburg at midnight and got to Johannesburg that morning, and went from there, from the airport, we had to have a COVID test immediately, which was one of the more unpleasant, it was actually the most unpleasant COVID test we had the entire trip. And then went to the Saxon Hotel, which is an extremely nice hotel in Johannesburg with incredible art everywhere, which I then have photographed, and you can see it here. Just rooms and rooms. Every area is decorated with the most stunning art. How amazing are these? Oh my gosh.
Just a ton more.
Well, we'll have to go up there. I don't know if you saw, there's an elephant here. Look at this tree. Just incredible. I can't remember the name of this store, which is a pity because it was just huge. I think it's 3 or 4 floors. Right in Johannesburg. I had to mute all the sound on this video because they're playing music that YouTube will then require copyright, which I don't have, so I just had to mute it all. But they're playing American rock and roll music. Well, not American, but rock and roll music during this whole thing. And it is just amazing. It was one of those places where you wish you'd had an extra suitcase that you could just fill with all the things. Amazing. I loved looking at all the different fabrics and batiks, and there's bark cloth. And then look up here, there's burlap that's been printed. Isn't that fabulous? So beautiful. I could have bought, piles of fabric and baskets and masks and At a certain point, it was almost overwhelming. There was just so much of everything. And as I said, it's not just one floor, it was multiple floors. It was too much to take in. I could have spent, days just very slowly and methodically going through everything. But more than anything, as I walked through this place, I just wanted to go to wherever each piece was made. That's what I wanted. I wanted to see the region from where where everything was made. I would have loved to, of course, I'm sure some of it was made in the Congo, which is not a place that I think a tourist can really go without a lot of danger. But these pieces were just exquisite. There was also something so familiar because my parents collected African and art, and so I was surrounded by this kind of art as a child and have much of it in our home now. When my father died, I inherited quite a bit of it, and my mother has given me lots over the years as well. So this is called Victoria Yards, and it's dead because of COVID, so no one's here. And we're here on a Saturday, so normally this would be just filled with people, I'm told. It's very cool. It's got these little shops with all kinds of handcrafted things and little, gelato and coffee, and it looked like a little brewery even. This is a little art gallery over here. And boy, it's really quiet here in Johannesburg. We're here on a Saturday, and I'm told that it's usually just really crowded. And we went to Soweto and visited the Nelson Mandela's house and saw these Zulu dancers. Then we drove through Soweto, and this is some of what we saw as we drove. And you can see the change in scenery as we get closer to the hotel and the more prosperous areas of Johannesburg.